So we signed up, and it was the best thing we could have ever done, because I thought I actually did really well with the checkbook. I thought we were doing okay. And up until we did the Dave Ramsey, I realized that I didn't do things actually really good. I mean, it's not like we didn't have money, it's just, I just wasn't keeping track of it.
I learned from a very young age that you had to have debt, you had to have good credit, and it was very important to do all those things. In high school, I had 2 or 3 credit cards, and I had taken out a loan for the finance company for a stereo to start building my credit. That's what I was taught. And you always have to maintain a good credit rating, and so on and so forth. And for years, all the way up until the Dave Ramsey seminar, I believed all that was true. She never did. She believed in the credit rating because we buy a house or car or something, we gotta have credit. But even that now, we don't feel you need to do. But it was hard for me at first because I had believed that for so long. But after going through the seminar, with Dave Ramsey seminar, and reading the material and listening to the CDs over and over to get it into my thick skull, I started to realize it was a lie. Keeping you broke, this fantasy where you have to have this wonderful credit rating and you have to have debt, was crazy. But now, outside of the house, we are debt-free and working on paying off the house and doing all the other stuff.
The monthly meetings that we have, that Dave says we should have, which is a good thing, but we argued a couple of months because we weren't on the same page. But it was good because it got him involved for the first time in the money, because I always handled paying the bills, doing the checkbooks. Well, actually not doing the checkbooks.
Which is a good thing, because I'm an impulse buyer. I like a kid, I see it, oh, I gotta have one of those. I just say, what do you need that for? You're never gonna use that.
So anyway, I handled all of that stuff and didn't have the help and stuff. And I guess that was just, and had been doing it for at least, the 20 years we've been married. And he just wasn't involved. And anytime he'd ask me, is there money in the checkbook, I'd always say, no. No, there's no money in there. During the seminar, Dave Ramsey says that you should balance your checkbooks every month. Have an accounting every month. Well, because I did the checkbooks, I wasn't very good at doing that part of it. I knew there was money in my checkbooks. I just didn't know how much, because I never really balanced them monthly. I would just go off of what was there. It was close, and because those checks were outstanding, it made it hard to balance. So I never did it. So during the seminar, when he says you have to, balance the checkbooks, I'm thinking, great, now I have to go and actually do it. So we sat down and started balancing the checkbooks and realized that we were sitting on actually more money than I knew was there. So I was really caught by surprise when I realized,
I told you.
when I realized how much money was in our checking accounts. And I dropped the ball somewhere, and I just thank God that it wasn't in the other direction, because we came out ahead in all $1,000 ahead, not knowing. And all that got put into savings. We've had some setbacks where, Murphy came to live with us, and so we've had money. We've had to use some of our emergency fund to pay for things that have come up. But the best thing about that is that we did not charge anything.
And that felt really, really good, not to have to worry about, now we gotta pay this back.
Yeah.
Something broke, we actually had the money to fix it, wasn't a big stressful event. Although I must say, we didn't want to spend the emergency fund for the emergency.
We waited, our refrigerator died, we waited weeks. We waited weeks thinking, you know, we're gonna try and pull the money without trying to use our emergency fund. So we redid the budget, redid it and pulled money from other places.
We gave up our play money that month.
Only $20 from each of us
But-
got pulled, but we did pull play money. We had to. So we were pulling money from wherever we could to put towards the purchase of the refrigerator and other things that had come up, the pool, the car. I mean, we just had one thing after another that month. And so we pulled as much as we could. We still had to get into our savings, but not to the extent of what we had thought. We were able to buy the refrigerator outright. So it was the car and the pool stuff that had to come out of savings. But lucky for us, our savings amount has been upped. We've been able to put in $200, $300, $400 into savings at one time. So, you know, it's just the relief knowing that we don't have to charge anything to buy it at this point. We could save for it.